The Seven Bears Season 1 finale is a chaotic, hilarious ride full of birthday drama, magical veggies, and one wild twist after another. On the surface, it's all silly fun. Dancing bears, bumbling fairy tale characters, and one very stubborn potato. But underneath the laughs, this ending actually ties together a few deeper ideas about teamwork, trust, and what it means to be a hero, even if you have to scratch your butt to figure it out. The whole thing kicks off with the bears realizing very late that it's Cinderella's quinceañera. Meanwhile, the fairy shows up with a broken wand and dumps all her party planning duties on them, promising to pay them back 1,000-fold. The bears, being poor and potato hungry, are very into this idea. But that promise quickly starts costing them everything. They trade their last potatoes for Chumless's stinky socks, give up their pickaxes for Little Red's baked goods, and lose their wagon to some musical pigs. By the time the party actually happens, the bears are broke, toolless, and emotionally wrecked. Then Fairy finally shows up and makes it rain potatoes, tools, and even their wagon. Seems like her promise came true, kind of, but it's already clear this magical chaos might have had some side effects. The second half of the finale jumps into full-on fairy tale madness. The bears find a massive potato stalk in their yard and eat it without thinking twice. That's when a giant starts yelling from the sky. Turns out that wasn't just a weird root vegetable. It was her magical potato, and now she's ready to crush the entire kingdom unless it's replaced by sundown. The bears have no idea how to fix this. They try brainstorming, which apparently involves a group butt scratch session, before Puss in Boots shows up offering help. He tells them about the legendary crystal potato, a wish-granting spud that can fix everything. The only problem, he's lying. His map is fake, his info sketchy, and he just wants the potato for himself. When the bears find out, they ditch him and go it alone. After linking up with Brick Pig, who apparently has the nose of Potato Bloodhound, they hit the road to sniff out the crystal potato. But things get sketchy fast. Near a cliff, Pig nearly gets launched into oblivion. And that's when Puss returns, genuinely sorry this time. Even though they don't trust him, the group decides to give him another shot. And good thing too, because they finally spot the magical X and dig up the crystal potato just in time. They use it to summon a new magical spud, which satisfies the giant and stops her from turning the kingdom into mashed peas. Cinderella's quinceañera is saved, Potato Night is back on, and the bears are officially crowned mega heroes of Fairy Tale Forest. Just when it seems like everything's tied up with a big sparkly bow, Brick Pig snatches the crystal potato and runs off screaming, "It's all mine now," classic villain move. But the potato has a wicked sense of humor. He wishes to become the most powerful creature in the kingdom, and the crystal potato turns him into a bear, not a dragon, not a wizard, a full-on fuzzy bear. And judging by his scream, that wasn't what he had in mind. It's a hilarious punchline, but also kind of fitting. Brick Pig's wish for power made him exactly like the very group he tried to steal from. The bears never needed magic to be heroes. They did it all with teamwork, heart, and maybe a little butt-scratch bonding. The finale of The Seven Bears is in the best way. On one hand, it's about magical potatoes, giant tantrums, and fairy tale mashups. And on the other, it's about how real strength comes from loyalty and working together. The bears gave up everything they had for someone else's big day, and then risked their lives and their digestive systems to save the kingdom. Even Puss in Boots, who started out selfish and sneaky, eventually came around because of the bear's example. And Brick Pig, well, he learned that getting what you want doesn't always mean getting what you expect. By the end of Season 1, the Seven Bears go from broke, potato-starved workers to full-blown mega heroes of Fairy Tale Forest. And while their tools, wagon, and pride take a few hits, they walk away with something way more powerful: the respect of their neighbors, a legendary potato, and a reputation for being the most chaotic but lovable problem solvers around.